Good morning, everyone, and welcome back on this hump day. It is 5:13 on the dot, and finally it was dry this morning.
Yeah, you know what? We had a beautiful start to the week on Monday. It was kind of a sit outside on the porch kind of day. Yesterday, of course, soggy. Today, when you get up, you're going to notice, well, it's a little bit cooler today, and we might want to recommend that you put in the Tresemme, as the breeze will be blowing a little bit.
Is that your kind of hairspray?
I think I'm a white rain. Honestly, is whatever DC has in the makeup room.
I always go for the extra hold. Especially on a day like yesterday.
Yeah, but then you like to get yours higher to heaven sometime.
Well, I like big hair.
Yeah, amen.
I mean, I'm from Kentucky, you know, I'm still going with it.
Praise ye. All right, well, David Karnes is now ready to talk about what could be an interesting rest of the week here in the Tennessee Valley weather-wise.
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff going on. Let's get right to it. Holly in downtown Camera right now. We're looking good coming in this morning. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s. A little breezy, maybe a light jacket this morning. Cool and breezy all day today. We'll only get to the low 50s. And then a rain changing over into snow mix on Thursday morning. That will end by late Thursday afternoon, and we will see cold air settling in Thursday night into Friday. So Vipercast, we're going to get right to it. Clouds mainly today, Chattanooga and eastward throughout the day. We'll see a little bit of clearing in Chattanooga and up toward the plateau, but it'll stay cloudy. Dalton stretching up into the Blue Ridge, and then it becomes cloudy for everybody tonight. Overnight, about 3:18 is when we stop our Vipercast, and we'll see some rain showers beginning to develop during the early morning. Taking over 6 a.m., we're still talking about primarily just rain showers. And then take a look as we move through the morning. Temperatures will actually be cooling through the morning, and we'll see some of this rain, especially in the higher elevations, changing over into snow and sleet. But this, again, is going to be right on the cusp of being able to change over into snow, so it is going to be very, very wet. Looks like it stays primarily as rain in the valley, and then as we move into the noon hour, still looking in the higher elevations and even in the valley, that's when we'll see our low for tomorrow is right around 11 o'clock noon, and it will drop down into the low to mid 30s in the higher elevations, mid to upper 30s in the valley. And again, we'll try to change some of this rain over into snow into parts of the valley. Better chance of that happening, though, in the mountains. As we warm up a couple of degrees, it all changes back over into light rain for the afternoon hours, and then after 4 or 5 o'clock, it all moves out, and we see really cold and dry weather settling in for our Friday. Lows will be in the 20s. So taking a look at rainfall amounts, about another half an inch. We're talking about reflection riding and the flooding going on there. Another half an inch is not going to help out at all, so we could do without that, but it looks like that will be the deal for Thursday morning. Temperatures as we head through Thursday. I'm going to start at midnight tonight, going into Thursday. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 40s. Now, as we move through the morning, you're going to see temperatures, cooling a little bit. We'll get down into the low 40s. The rain will be starting and falling right about now. It'll be in the upper 30s in the higher elevations, so it's raining across the area. And then as we cool down a few more degrees, this is 8 o'clock, we'll start to see that rain in spots changing over into that wet snow. Then as we continue to move through, notice nobody drops below freezing. This is 11 a.m. We're down to 33 on the plateau, 36 in Murphy, 36 in Athens, and 41 in Dalton, 37 in Chattanooga. This is 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Heading on to noon, we'll be at 38 in Chattanooga, 33 Altamont. So right up to noon, that's when we're going to have the best potential late morning, right around lunchtime, for seeing some of that rain changing over into wet snow showers. And then as we progress through the afternoon, it's not going to warm up much, but it will warm up a little bit. It'll be in the low 40s. So this, I think, is the most likely scenario. I think we're looking at some pretty heavy but wet snow that will cause some traveling conditions, especially during the late morning of your Thursday, where we're going to see some of that snow packing down a little bit as people are driving around on it. Very slushy as well as it's mixed in with rain. Anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 inches falling, though. And in the valley, we could see anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to, in some spots, up to 2 inches. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I think it will be heavier, though, in the higher elevations. Now, this is the most likely scenario. There are a couple of models that I do trust that are also showing the heavier snow up toward the Blue Ridge and lighter amounts, only a half an inch up on the plateau, and maybe about a half an inch to an inch in the valley, moving up into the Blue Ridge, where again we could get up to 3 inches. So we're still refining, and we'll have 2 or 3 more model runs coming in where we can refine the amounts as we move through the day today. But for now, it looks like, especially in the higher elevations, we're looking at that rain changing over into to a wet snow as we progress through our Thursday morning. So cool and breezy today. It's going to be mostly cloudy, 53 degrees for our high. Then tonight, we're going to drop down to 37 in Chattanooga. That rain changing over into a wet rain-snow mix heading through the morning. It'll drop down to 33. Again, your morning lows are going to be in the late morning, and that will allow, again, some of that rain to change over into wet. And I'm emphasizing wet. This is not going to be a fun snow like we saw last Saturday, but it will be just nasty and make travel conditions pretty treacherous, especially during the late morning hours. So keep that in mind as you're going out. You might just have wet roads to start with, but then things might get a little dicey for the late morning. Cold weather for Friday and Saturday.
Okay. It continues. Get a little bit of everything here in the 2 weeks.
I already hear the Facebook messages coming in. Is blank county closed? We don't know yet. I promise you, though, as soon as we get anything, any information.
A lot of people think we make the decision.
We do not make the decision.
You're just the messenger.
Yeah, please don't shoot us.